Good afternoon, people. Last break of the day for me at work. Figured right before the game, we should talk, obviously, the guy that we're all wondering about, Mr. Jimmy G. So, if you don't know already, we got this game today with the Broncos, 5 p.m. on ESPN. Log in, watch some Niner fun, watch some good games, watch a little bit of everything. I'm going to try to keep this over here. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things here and just, let y'all know a little bit about Mr. Garoppolo if you don't already know. So, first things first, we've got 5 years in the league, 26 games played, 17 TDs, 8 interceptions. So, technically speaking, he's got a 65.4 completion percentage rate. His longest pass was 61 yards, and that was in 2017. He's taken 29 sacks. 2013, 2018, he took 13 sacks in only 3 games. Now, what that says is we got some problems on that O-line, because Garoppolo isn't your scrambling type of quarterback. He doesn't get out the pocket and try to pull Michael Vick moves and none of that crap, minus what happened in Kansas City with him trying to get a couple extra yards, but that wasn't even Michael Vick-esque. That was just him trying to get a few yards. So, situation is 18 sacks in only 13 sacks in only 3 games. That's not good at all. He's got 3 fumbles all over for his whole career. And all of his interceptions that he's thrown has come while he's been a Niner. So the thing about that is I'm not saying anything negative about that, but what that is just says his growth is coming while he's been with us, because he didn't play much while he was with New England. So his best QBR was with New England in 2016, 87.5, and then with us on that 5-game stretch that he had a QBR of 82.7. Now, the next year, the reason that I probably would say this is he faced 2 top 10 defenses in his first couple of games. When we played Minnesota in 2018, sorry, there's a huge truck rolling by. So in 2018, Minnesota was number 4 ranked in the league after the season was over. Give me a second, y'all. As y'all can tell, I'm at work, man. And then next game, when he won the game against Detroit, Detroit wound up being ranked number 10 in the league. The game that we lost, Kansas City, wound up being ranked 31st in the league. So, like I was saying here, he's not really a scrambler. He's a bit of a gunslinger. His only question mark was his health and availability. He's great. He has a great arm. He reads defenses well. And he sat behind Tom Brady. So, I mean, you got to think about it like the Aaron Rodgers effect. He sat behind Brett Favre all those years, came in, played great, did well. But the only difference between Jimmy and Aaron Rodgers is that Jimmy's on a whole different squad. And, of course, A-Rod took over for the same squad Brett Favre held up. So, another little caveat, of course, Brady's favorite quarterback is our greatest quarterback, Joe Montana, number 16. So he's looked great during training camp. Basically our season rides on his health, people. We got to make sure that he stays healthy at all costs, because if he does not, then we're going to have to rely on Nick Mullins to take us all the way. I'm not saying Mullins can't do it. I like the team that we have constructed, and I like everything that's, headed in the right direction. I feel like Mullins is going to win this backup QB battle, and we'll probably either hold on to C.J. Beathard as the 3rd-string quarterback, or we'll cut him, one of the two, because there's not much you're going to get for him on the trade market. I mean, at best, somebody might sucker up and give us a 5th. I'm pretty sure we'll get a 6th or a 7th for him at the bare minimum. So, I'm going to go over just the stats while he's been with us as a 49er. Technically speaking, he's 173 out of 267. And his passing attempts, it's a 64.79 completion rating. That's actually pretty good, because that's actually standard amongst most of the average quarterbacks out there. Next up, he has 12 TDs, and he has all of his interceptions with us is 8 interceptions. So 12 TDs, 8 interceptions. and he's taken 8 sacks, while he's been with us, and none with New England. So the issue that we have is we have to see what we can get from him, and we have to see what he's going to give us. And I honestly feel like we'll see tonight if he's got some good things going and he's got his mind right back into playing football and he's ready. He's had a year basically to soak the playbook up. He hasn't played in the system, but mentally he should be fine. There should be no setbacks, no drawbacks for that. You should see Jimmy G come out and mentally know what he needs to do. The only difference is connecting the mental with the physical is going to be a little bit hard based on the fact that we have to see him in game time. He has to do these things in game time. So I'm telling you tonight, you'll probably see him for 1, maybe 2 series. If there's anything remotely that looks like he could possibly be injured, they will pull him without a shadow of a doubt in the blink of an eye because they don't want that. Basically, you'll see another backup battle with Mullins and with Beathard. Beathard got healthy, so his thumb, I guess, is feeling okay. So he'll be playing in the game tonight too. And we'll see, a couple of our defensive starters because those guys are going to play. And then, of course, Game 3 is always dress rehearsal, so you'll see Jimmy play well into at least the second quarter at a bare minimum. You'll see the starting defense out there, and it looks good. Hopefully by Game 1, Bosa and Ford are back. But as of right now, by the way the defense looks, we don't really need them. But as far as Jimmy G goes, I can say this. We have a viable quarterback who can do some great things for us and get things going in the right direction. We just have to give him the time, let him play, and he's got to stay healthy. And we're all banking on that. Y'all stay Niner faithful, and I'm out. Got to get back to work.